When it comes to retirement timing, everyone's in your ear with different advice. Your CPA wants you to wait 6 more months to save money on taxes, while your family argues you've worked long enough and you should retire now. Your doctor sees your stress levels and wants you out sooner rather than later, while your boss keeps telling you how valuable you are to the team and asking you to stay just 1 more year. Sound familiar? Hit that thumbs up if you've been getting conflicting advice. This tug-of-war between now and later is exactly why choosing a retirement date can feel so difficult. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to be so hard. Welcome back. And if we haven't met, I'm Keith Demetriades, a financial advisor based in Pampa, Texas. Here's what I've discovered. Retirement timing is a whole lot more than just a financial decision. Today, I'm going to show you the financial factors that matter, the life factors that matter just as much, and most importantly, how to weigh them against each other so you can find your optimal retirement date. I'll show you exactly how this approach works with a real client example. But first, if you want to dive deeper into planning your retirement, I've got a free guide for you. It's called Designing the Retirement You Want, and it's linked in the description. Let's start with the financial side, because you absolutely do need to understand the financial impact of your timing. I have a client who typically earned a salary of about $100,000 a year. During her review in February, she mentioned that she was thinking about retiring at the end of the year. She felt like December was a good time to make a clean break, but the date was really pretty arbitrary. So before she made the final decision, we took a look at some of the financial variables and asked, what if she retired in May of the following year instead? She'd earn 5 additional months of salary, collect her annual bonus, and avoid drawing from her portfolio during that time. When we ran the numbers, those extra 5 months gave her about $42,000 in additional salary, plus $15,000 annual bonus, so $57,000 in additional income. And by not drawing from her portfolio for those 5 months, she'd avoid about $21,000 in withdrawals, leaving that money to continue growing. Retiring in May also put her in a much lower tax bracket for that year, which opened up significant tax optimization opportunities. We could easily save her another $10,000 through strategic Roth conversions. Total financial benefit around $88,000 for working just 5 extra months. That was real money that could fund years of her retirement lifestyle. And by the way, if you're curious about how much you'll need in retirement, I have a free quiz linked in the description for you. But, and this is important, a spreadsheet can't tell you how those decisions will actually feel in your real life. After we worked out the numbers, she just looked at me and said, Keith, that's a lot of money, and thanks for doing this. But I've been thinking about this December retirement for over a year. I'm exhausted, and I have vacations booked starting in January. I don't want to take those trips with work issues still hanging over my head. I won't be able to relax, she said. Then she started talking about her health. She'd been dealing with some challenges that made the work pressure even harder to handle. Her doctor had been encouraging her to step back, and she wasn't sure she could handle 5 more months of the corporate grind, even for $88,000 a year. And the truth was, she wanted that money, but she didn't really need it. Her finances were fine. So then we talked about whether it would make sense to continue working if she could relieve some pressure points. Could she negotiate to work from home more during those 5 months to reduce the daily commute and office stress? Maybe take some strategic vacation days in February and April to break up the grind. In the end, she stuck with retiring in December, as she had originally planned. But the conversation was valuable because she had peace of mind knowing she had considered every angle. The money just wasn't worth compromising what mattered most to her at that stage of her life. If you're dreaming about your own retirement date, what factors are you considering? Let me know in the comments. The point is, understanding the entire picture is what helps you make good decisions. So let's talk about the technique you can use to figure out when you should retire. As part of my 4D client experience, I like to use what I call the trade-off test. Here's how it works. Start with finding your real financial number. What is gained or lost with your decision? Here's how to do that. Start with your professional income. Multiply your monthly salary times the extra months you'd work, then add any bonuses or benefits you'd collect. Look at the impact on your portfolio. Retiring sooner means drawing more. Retiring later means giving it more time to grow. Think about taxes. Timing can have a big effect. Retiring mid-year often puts you in a lower tax bracket, which could save you thousands on Roth conversions or capital gains. Those numbers will tell you the actual financial impact of your decision. And look, from a financial perspective, we're always looking to grow. Of course we are. But you also have to ask, do I really need to grow? Or am I just padding an already well-provisioned retirement? Once you know your number, you can drill down on the life factors by ranking 5 specific categories on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 means it's a non-issue, and 10 means you're redlining it. Get ready to track your numbers. You'll want to know your total. Remember, rank these 1 to 10. Number 1, your current energy and stress levels. How exhausted and burned out are you? Number 2, your health situation. How much is work negatively impacting your health? Number 3, your relationships. How much strain is continued work putting on your marriage and your family? Number 4, upcoming life events. How much would work interfere with important family moments? And number 5, your personal readiness. How desperate are you to step away from work? Okay, now add them up. That total is going to tell you something. Got your number? If you scored under 25, you're in great shape personally. Let the financial numbers be your guide. 25 to 32, you're starting to feel some pressure. Pay attention to those emerging life costs. 33 to 39, lifestyle considerations are significant. If your finances are secure, lean toward retiring. 40 plus, life costs are serious. Unless you're in financial crisis, prioritize your well-being. That's it, the full picture method in action. You look at the financial impact, you weigh the life factors, and then you make the right choice for your situation. Now, none of this is to say that you should retire without a solid financial plan. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you know I believe that proper planning is critical for long-term success. The trade-off test is simply a framework that helps you make a decision if you're on the fence about when to retire. What matters most is that you're making this choice with full awareness of what's at stake. I'm Keith Demetriades. Thanks for joining me today. And if you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to get more insight into retirement planning and intentional living. Real wealth starts with real life.